Hello, everybody. It's me, Rossco, and welcome to a live reaction of the FA Cup third round. Of course, Town now in the hat, and it's been a while since I've done a live show. Thanks everyone for joining me. I actually normally play 7-a-side tonight, and it's raining, so I'm pretty happy. I'm not playing tonight, but I recently had my tooth out, if you're aware, and it's still a bit sore. So I was advised not to play, but when I found out it was the draw tonight, I thought, I've got to bring you a live show. So get involved in the comments down below. And normally we look forward to the third round draw because you could look forward to a Premier League tie, but obviously we're a Premier League team now. So it does feel weird. It's got a weird feeling to it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the draw. Got BBC Two on. And at the moment it's strictly Takes Two or whatever it's called. I don't watch Strictly. But yeah, we're just waiting for this to be done. So a bit of admin to start, but great to see so many of you guys joining me. Get in the comments down below. Let me know who you'd like to get in the draw. I'm going to bring up the ticker. Ipswich Town are ball number 17 in the third round draw. Ties will be played over the weekend of Saturday, the 11th of January. So after the Fulham game, we get into FA Cup action. And what I've done is I made a few notes. And there's only There's only two non-league sides left in the competition. Tamworth, who are ball number 53, they're a National League side. They beat Burton on pens last round. Or Dagenham and Redbridge are another team in it. They're number 50, and they're National League side as well. They won 2-1 at FC Wimbledon in the last round. So there's two non-league teams left to go. And I've basically done it in brackets. In terms of new grounds for me, I want to go to. So Salford, Harrogate, Mansfield, Bromley, and Harrogate Town. I've said Harrogate already. They're the teams I would like to go to if we get in a away tie. Teams to avoid, there's loads, isn't there? There's loads of championship teams we've been to many, many years, many, many times. Premier League ties, normally this is what we look forward to, don't we? We look forward to going to Premier League games, but we've already gone to a new Spurs ground. We're going to be going to Man United soon. We've gone to Man City. We're going to go to Anfield in January anyway. We're going to go to all these big stadiums. So it's like, do we want a Premier League tie? Probably not. We want a winnable tie. For me, I like us to have a nice little cup run, especially now with the new rule of you've got a blank weekend. Premier League teams have got a blank weekend. If you're knocked out, you won't be having a game on the weekend because it won't get rearranged. So, but there's a few teams I want to avoid. Plymouth away. Sorry, Plymouth. Exeter away. Devon teams. No, thank you. Sheffield Wednesday. We played them loads of times. Lincoln. Been there loads of times. Morecambe. Accrington. Played them in League One. I don't really fancy playing them again. If it's at home, I don't mind. But away from home, that's just so far in it. Just so far. Stoke. Sorry, Stoke. Don't want to go there. Preston as well. Bristol Rovers. But we'll find out. Now, Kelly Sommers, I think that's her name. Yes, just come up. She's now on the TV at Old Trafford, actually. She's actually at Old Trafford. But yeah, we're going to be seeing the draw shortly. Jack Jones has gone Ipswich, Norwich. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? And it would be nice if we win that game. If we lose it, how would that affect the season for us? But yeah, we haven't obviously won for a while. But yeah, good morning, Ross. Sydney Sam from sunny Sydney. Just won a home game. Yes, Sydney. I do, my friend. No, you're Sam. You're from Sydney. Deary me. Ian Gant wants the carrot crunchers. But then would you want that at Portland Road or Carrow Road? Let me know. I'd rather have it at Portland Road, to be honest. Bono, my friend, shout out to good old Ross and the rest of the KOA army. Thanks everyone for joining me. Nearly 300 people live watching this draw. Obviously, a lot of you will be watching the main draw. But if you want to get my live reaction, I may be joined by a special guest later on. That special guest could be Alex Jones, my fellow colleague from the KOA army. He's going to be doing the live article put on our websites, and he may be joining me. So hopefully I'll get a message from him. So Alex, if you're watching, message me. Let me know if you can join me, and I can get your thoughts on it. But get in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. Bono, live from a Chinese restaurant. No, I'm actually live from my mum's house. I covered the under-21s game this afternoon in the rain. It was very cold and wet. They won 3-2 though, and I had to come here to see her and say hello and stuff. And I thought, you know what, I might as well just record the show live here. And she loves elephants. So you can see this. She's just got loads of elephants in her house and owls. I would pan the laptop, but I felt like I got a good position here, so I don't want to change it. But yeah, I'm not in Chinese restaurant. I'm at my good old mum's house, Liz, if you're asking. That's her name. Ian Gant, Carroll Rose, 10 minutes walk away from her house. Fair enough, Ian, but I'd rather have a home game. Neil Ling, Plymouth for me, just down the road as I'm in Cornwall. Met you last time you were there. Yes, Neil, I remember that, my friend. That was good. But Plymouth away, we did that a few times in League One. We did it obviously last year in the Championship. We actually not got a good record at home park. So, early doors getting knocked out. Obviously, no replays now. 90 minutes extra time penalties. Don't fancy that all the way in Devon. But yeah, let's quickly go through the numbers again. So Norwich are ball number 27. So that's the number to look out for if you want a derby. Non-league sides, as I mentioned earlier, Tamworth, who are a National League outfit, they're 53 in the draw. They beat Burton on pens last round, which was a nice little result for them. Dagenham and Redbridge, who Town played in the FA Cup, I think, back in the 2000s. They're ball number 50. They're a National League side as well, and they beat AFC Wimbledon 2-1 in the last round. Obviously, we played AFC Wimbledon in the third round last season, beating them 3-1. And then obviously we lost against Maidstone in the fourth round. So, yeah, a non-league side doesn't always mean a winnable game, as we found out last year in the fourth round that time around. But as I said, it feels weird, doesn't it, going into this draw? Because normally you've got the third round, we've been a championship team or a League One side, and you look forward to a Premier League tie potentially because we haven't played them for years and years. And obviously we used to always get knocked out in the early rounds and we never get the opportunity. But this time around, we're a Premier League team. As I said, we're already gone to Spurs. We're going to be going to all these big grounds at some stage. If we do draw against a Premier League team, will you be underwhelmed? Let me know. But yeah, as I said, I want to maybe go to a new ground. I'm earmarking maybe Salford, Mansfield, Bromley, Harrogate Town. They're not exciting draws, but there'll be new grounds for me to go to. I'm sure there's loads of new grounds for you guys to go to as well. I'm nearly completed the 92. We're actually talking about this on the car up to Nottingham on Saturday, and I've only maybe got 8 or 9 grounds left to do, which is really good. But yeah, Salford will be an interesting one. I know a lot of people were talking about maybe Wrexham, but obviously they got knocked out in the first round by Harrogate Town. So yeah, it'll be interesting. It was sad to see a few non-league teams get knocked out, especially Harrow Borough. I think I said that right. They got beaten by Reading after extra time, and that's when replays, when replays got scrapped, like they would have got a replay at their home ground if that was still a thing, because they were obviously drawing at full time, but obviously the extra time came and Reading scored 2 goals and they won 5-3. I think there's Bracknell Town. No, not Bracknell Town. We played them in the FA Cup. It was actually Brackley Town. They got knocked out in the last round. Kettering obviously got beaten by Doncaster. They were so close, weren't they? They were 1-0 up, and then Billy Sharp scored 2 goals. But yeah, a lot of notable teams were played in the past. From Lincoln still in it. Plymouth, I don't want to go there away because we've been there so many times. I'm going to quickly bring up all the numbers because it will be interesting. And a lot of admin. I'm having to do a lot of talking because I thought the draw was going to happen very quickly, but it hasn't. But thank you so much for joining me, guys. 500 of you are joining me, which is just, my mind is blown. So thanks so much for joining me. Sydney Sam, 17 versus 27. Oh, yeah. Ipswich Town versus Norwich. That would be good. William Fan, 92. East Anglian derby or a fellow Premier League side. Who would you like, William, though? Which Premier League side would you like? Barrow away. Yes, I know you were there, my friend. And we then obviously lost. And that was dreadful. Paul D, Norwich at home, spanked them 4-0. Although we said that in the Championship last season, and we found out what happened. We obviously drew the home game and then lost the game at Carrow Road, which wasn't great, was it? But yeah, the East Anglia Derby in the FA Cup. I don't know when that happened last. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a long time since I played them in the FA Cup. Must have been in maybe 70s, 80s, maybe. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, this draw. As I said, it feels weird because normally, especially when we're in League One, we have to battle through the first round and the second round to get a third round tie. And obviously, I think it was the first few seasons in League One, we couldn't even get to the third round. I think it was only the last season we got to the third round. And who do we get? I think we got Rotherham or something, didn't we? We got someone really bad. And then Burnley in the fourth round. And obviously, we took them to a replay. But yeah, Ian Gann, this is my only chance of Stuff City then. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. Very much. Very much so. Yeah, Norwich obviously, I hate to say it, are doing all right in the Championship at the moment, but that could easily change. I'm just looking at the numbers now. Over 600 of you joining me. Unbelievable. Just brilliant. Thanks so much for joining me. If you haven't already as well, subscribe on our YouTube channel. Follow us on all our socials and Kings of Anglia. The new podcast is out with me, Stu, and Alex. So check that out. Listen or watch the video version. And how are you feeling for Palace on Tuesday, tomorrow night? This time tomorrow, we'll be, getting ready at Portman Road under the lights. I'll be getting ready in my position to get my snappy snaps. I'm sure all of you guys will be getting ready in your seats, wherever you sit. Obviously, some of you, and definitely you, Sydney Sam, will be watching, I'm sure, from home. It's on Prime, so you can watch it live, which is great. 7:30 kickoff, which is great indeed. But yeah, now looking up on my screen, they're still doing a lot of chatting. I don't know why they don't just do the draw and then chat. I know they've got Salford player there, and I've obviously got Tamworth and a few other teams there. Obviously, you want to get their quick thoughts. Who would you like in the draw? But just do that afterwards. Just do that afterwards because you've got all this admin. Just all this admin. So, and especially the people actually in the crowd, they must just want, come on, let's get on with the draw. Because I could have just started this at 7. I just realised I've been speaking for 13 minutes. I could have just started this at 7. I would have been fine. But why not? As I said, I would normally be playing football right now. 7 aside, down at goals in Ipswich. The boys who I play with, they've played good 9 minutes of football so far. And it is raining, I think, in Ipswich. Yeah, it doesn't look great outside. So at least I'm nice and dry, bringing you this live draw. Yeah, thanks for joining me, though, everybody. Nearly 700 people watching, which is fantastic. As I said, I'm going to try my best to bring you some more live content. I've been slacking, I'll have to admit. The last, I'll say, 2-3 months, I've been slacking. Although I have been in the process of buying a house and other bits and bobs. So I think I can use that as an excuse. But hopefully I'll be bringing you some more live content. I'll be speaking to the other KOA boys and give you some more live shows, especially as Town are in the Premier League. Let's see what else. Everyone, get in the chat. Let me know who you like in the draw, who you don't want in the draw, and any other thoughts, feelings. I hope you had a good day so far. Obviously, Monday is always it's Monday blues, especially after a Town defeat. But thankfully, we ain't got to dwell long enough because we've got a game, obviously, tomorrow night against Crystal Palace. But yeah, over 700 people joining me. Love that. Sydney Sam live on Optimus Sports Down Under at 6:30 tomorrow morning. Yeah, beats the usual 2 a.m. kickoff. I can imagine. I know good old Tommy Orr. Remember the former Town player, the Aussie? I know he does stuff with them, so he may be covering that game, Sydney Sam. So let me know. Get in contact with me if you do see Tommy Orr on there. But I know he does do some coverage for that TV network. But yeah, that must be for people who do live abroad and time difference and having to get up. I know James Farthing. If you're watching James in New York, I know his time difference is crazy. He has to watch it really early doors. But yeah, it must be nice, Sydney. Even though it is 6:30, I keep calling you Sydney. Sam. So I'm sure it's somewhat nice that it's 6:30. It's still too early, but at least it's better than 2 a.m., as you said. But yeah, okay. Mark Hughes, Dion Dublin are now lined up. They're going to be jingling the balls about to see who will get in the draw. Of course, 64 teams in the hat. I think I'm right. I think there is 64 teams. Let me know if I'm wrong. I have made notes. Yeah, it is 64 teams. Wigan Athletic are the 64th ball. Number 1, of course, is AFC Bournemouth. Arsenal are number 2. Villa, number 3. Blackburn, number 4. Brentford, 5. Brighton, 6. Bristol City, 7. I'm not going to go through them all because I'll be here all day. There's 64 balls to draw out. But yeah, obviously the big one is obviously 17 for Ipswich. And then obviously if you want Norwich, they're number 27. And then for me, if I want an away trip, I fancy a bit of Salford, a new ground to tick off, 45 number ball for them. And then who else did I say? Maybe Harrogate Town. I think they're 63. It's not too far away. Bromley would be an interesting one. Obviously, they're a League 2 team now, so they were obviously a non-league team for a very long time. But yeah, Bromley are number 60, if you want to know that. Dagenham Redbridge, the non-league side, they're 50, ball number 50. And then Tamworth, where are they on my list? They're 53, if you fancy a trip to Tamworth. Or it could be a home tie. I keep saying away games. We could get a nice home tie. That would be nice. We've just gone to Craven Cottage to play the Cottagers. And then obviously a nice home tie would be nicely. Like 800 people are joining me. Love to see that. Thanks so much for joining me. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. Follow us on Kings of Anglia. I'm hopefully going to bring you some more live shows going forward. They're bringing up the selected ball numbers. So we're not involved in that. But probably not. Man United 23, Man City 22, Liverpool 20, Chelsea 10, Arsenal 2, as I mentioned. And I've obviously mentioned Salford, Dagenham, Tamworth and Bromley. So I do hope those lower league teams do get a good draw, especially Tamworth and Dagenham. Hope they get a good home tie or a good away trip. It'd be disappointing if they get each other. Oh no. I hope they don't get each other. That'd be boring, wouldn't it? At least one of them, though, are guaranteed a 4th round, position. Jingle the balls. Sorry, Bono. I want Spurs at home, guaranteed a decent game. Yes, Luke. Especially if we go to their place. Because we beat them earlier, didn't we? Beat them last month, which was a very nice game indeed. So there we go. Mark Hughes bringing the first ball out of the whatever that is. All right, number 36. Who is number 36? Hopefully I'm not delayed. That is Southampton. Hopefully this is on normal TV, so I shouldn't be delayed. 39. Southampton have got Swansea City. I'm happy about that. I didn't fancy neither of those two, to be honest. All right, who we got? Number 2. So Arsenal are out to their Emirates Stadium. I hope that's Dagenham or Tamworth. I wouldn't mind that. We've got to go to Emirates at the end of this month. So let's see. 23. Who's 23? Manchester United. Oh, that's boring, isn't it? That's a bit disappointing. Yeah, Wendy Dye's gone Derby at Portland Road. Yeah, why not? Why not? Derby County. Paul Wall and co. 47 out of the hat. But Arsenal United, that's a boring Premier League tie. 900 people joining me. Thank you so much for joining me. It's great to have you. Exeter City. Oh no. Don't you dare. 29, thank God. All right, who they got? Who's got to go to Exeter? Oxford. I bet they're happy about that, Oxford, aren't they? Dear me, of course, championship team now. All right, 48. Who's 48? What ball number's that? Leyton Orient. You know what? Brisbane Road. Don't mind that. I've been there for a while. Number 13. That's close. Who they got? Derby County. So that is a championship versus League One tie. That should be a good game. 62. Who is 62? That is Reading. I don't really want to go to Reading, to be honest. We went there last year, didn't we, in the Carabao Cup. Number 8. That is Burnley. Thankfully, we ain't got to go to Burnley. We had to go there, obviously, in the FA Cup 2 years ago. Number 3. Who is number 3? Aston Villa. Villa Park. Of course, we have to go there this season. That is next year. Do I want to go there 2 times this season? Probably not. Number 43. Who's that? That is West Ham. Oh, another Premier League tie. That is disappointing. Mr. Good old Stuart Watson in the chat. Mrs. Watson wants to know why that guy from the Hometown Harry is doing this. I know. Dion shouldn't be doing it, really, should he? Number 6, Norwich City. Oh, I'll get distracted. Oh, Norwich Brighton. Okay, so no Derby. No derby for us. Sorry, I completely missed that because I was reading that message. Well on, Stu. Distracted me. Man City. Okay. We've already been to the Etihad and we lost 4-1. Do we want to go there again? Maybe not. 45. Who's that? Salford City. Do you know what? That's not a bad tie for Salford. I know they got the Man United connection with the class of 92, but I think they'll take that. Not too bad. 25. Millwall. Trip to the Den. Alex Jones derby. If you're watching, Alex, let me know. Message me, mate, if you can join me. Who have Millwall got? Dagenham and Redbridge. So a London derby. Dagenham in London, aren't they? I think they'll like that. Number 20. Liverpool. A trip to Anfield. We're going to Anfield in January, so we have back-to-back trips to Anfield. We shall see. 51. That must be a good draw for somebody. Accrington Stanley go to Anfield. Who are they? Love that. Love that. Love good tie for Accrington. Number 7, Bristol City. We went there last year, didn't we? Don't know if I want to go there again this year. Number 44. Not us, thankfully. Wolves. Yeah, not a bad draw, that. That'll be a good game. Right, let's see. Number 32. I bet you anything will be the last one out. Preston North End. I don't want to go there. Don't want to go deep down. We went there twice last year. 46. Who's 46? Charlton Athletic. That's all right. Don't need to go to either of those. Number 10 is Chelsea. Stamford Bridge. We're going there, obviously, in the Premier League this year. That's more next year. Who have they got? 59. Who is 59? Morecambe. Morecambe went. I swear they went to Stamford Bridge last year. I swear Morecambe had Chelsea last season. I think they did. And they obviously got beaten. Middlesbrough. I don't fancy going to the Riverside this season, boys. Yes, thank God for that. Blackburn. That also gets rid of them as well. Happy about that. All right. Number 1, AFC Bournemouth. Of course, the team we'll be playing in the Premier League this season. We play, obviously, this Sunday at Portman Road. Who will they play? 42 is West Brom. I'm happy to not go to West Brom either. All right, come on, Mark Hughes, bring us out. 55. Mansfield Town. Now, that's a new ground for me. If we get that, come on, Dion. Number 17. No, that is 64, mate. Didn't want 64. Who we got? Who they got? Wigan. Actually, that takes that away from us as well. Over 1,000 people joining me. That is fantastic to see. I've got to quickly take a picture of this. What? Tamworth. Come on, Tamworth. Come on, Dion. Yeah, come on. Jiggle them about. Bring out number 17. Come on. 40. That's a bit underwhelming, isn't it? Who they got? Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, that is a fantastic tie. And Tamworth's manager is very happy indeed. What a tie that is for Tamworth. I'm so happy about that. And there we go. 16. Hull City. We had a great game against them last year. Obviously, before we got promoted. 61. I'm pleased about that. I'm trying to think if there's any other ties that I want. Doncaster Rovers. That's not a bad tie. 38. Bromley are still in it. So, Sunderland, Stadium of Light. Been there a few times, haven't we? Obviously, opening day last season. 37. Newcastle? No, it's not. Stoke City. Stoke City are gone. Thank God for that. All right. 19. Oh, that's close. Leicester City. We don't want that, do we? We don't want to go to Leicester. We've got to go in the Premier League. We played them last season as well. Come on, Dion. Don't bring out 17 or 33. Happy days. QPR. I'll say that. Although I've just seen Plymouth are still in it. Oh, no. Luton as well. Number 5. Brentford. Already been there. Obviously went there. Was it start of November or was it end of October? I don't know. All right. 30. Plymouth. Praise the Lord. Plymouth are going to Brentford. Exeter out as well. That's great. 11 is Coventry. Don't fancy going to Coventry, although that was a great away day. Obviously, when we sort of knew we're going to get promoted. 35. Sheffield Wednesday. I'm happy with that. That's a bit disappointing for both of their sides. That's a bit of underwhelming tie, but at least we ain't got to go to Sheffield Wednesday. 26. Newcastle. Obviously, going to go there this season at some stage. We play them this month at Portman Road. We'll go to St James's at some stage. 60. That is Bromley, is it? Bromley. That's a great tie for Bromley. Do you know what? This has not been a bad tie. Despite the early disappointments with Arsenal, Man United, West Ham and somebody else, it's not been too bad. Everton, another trip to Goodison Park. I'll take that. Obviously, last season of that stadium. I wouldn't mind that, 56. Peterborough. The Posh have got a good tie there. They're going to go to Goodison Park before it gets demolished. So we've gone so far in this draw, we've still not come out yet. 58, Wickham. Don't really want to go to Hans Park. No offence, Matt Bloomfield. Of course, Cameron Humphrey's doing really well there. He'll be cup tied for this. 31, Portsmouth. I'm happy about that. I don't mind Fratton Park, but we've been there loads of times. Right, Mark Hughes, come on. 54, who's that? Birmingham City. I don't want that. Even though with the new American owners and Tom Brady, I don't really want to go to St Andrews. 52, Lincoln City. That's an all League One tie there. I can't believe we're getting right to the end here. 18, that was close. Leeds United. I don't want to go to Ellen Road. Last time we went there, we lost 4-0, didn't we? That ruined our Christmas. Come on, Dion. Don't bring us out. Don't you dare. 63, Harrogate Town. That is a Yorkshire derby, isn't it? That is a Yorkshire derby. That's a good tie. I'll take that. And I think the Harrogate manager's very happy about that one. And do you know what? They've done not bad draws. 28, Nottingham Forest. We've just been there, and we just lost 1-0. So, Dion, don't bring us out. I don't think it is 17. 21, Luton Town. That's a good tie, I'm happy about that. All right, so we've got Stockport, Bristol Rovers, Watford, Sheffield Wednesday. No, Sheffield United. All right. Sheffield United 34. Palace and Cardiff are in. And Fulham. 9. Cardiff City. Do you know what? I'm happy about that. Didn't want to go to Cardiff. So, right then, Mark Hughes. Home tie. Brilliant. Well done, Mark. All right, then, let's see who we got. 49. Bristol Rovers. You know what? That's a bit underwhelming, but that is winnable somewhat. I don't mind that. And do you know what? I've just been joined by a very special guest, and I've got to bring him in, haven't I, ladies and gentlemen? Let us know in the comments down below your thoughts on that draw. Fulham have got Watford. Palace will be taking on Stockport. But let's bring in my friend.
Hello, mate.
Brother, how are you?
Thought I'd come and join you. I've been enjoying that.
I have just been rambling, my friend. But, Palace have got Stockport at home. Your thoughts, mate? Your raw reaction. A home
Always
tie
seem to come out late in these draws, don't we? I'm sure last year we came out second from last or last ball at one stage.
Yeah, it was going on for an age. And even the build-up to it as well. As I said, I came on this a bit too early, didn't I? A lot of admin. 10 minutes of admin, and then we got into the draw. But obviously, you potentially are going to be off for this one, my friend, because of your 40th birthday, which is, a good excuse to miss this game, to be honest. But yeah, Bristol Rovers. We played them, didn't we, in the Carabao Cup last season, I think? If I'm rightly...
Yes, yeah. Was that the game where Cameron Burgess got his facial injury?
Nah, that would have been League One, wouldn't it? That would have been League One battle. But yeah, I think Joey Barton was banned for the touchline for obvious reasons. But yeah, Bristol Rovers, obviously a team we played in League One. Obviously that 0-0 game on Valentine's night was not great. Obviously it was down at Bristol Rovers. But yeah, mate, a winnable tie, but you never know with these games.
Yeah, I would say so. It's not quite in the Maidstone pumped up non-league team coming here playing for their lives, their biggest day out, but there's enough distance between Ipswich in the Premier League and them 14th in League One. I've just had a look to make Ipswich the heavy favourite. So it's at Portman Road as well. So yeah, I think that's probably couldn't have asked for much more from that draw, I would say.
Yeah, the Pirates. And they've got a lot of actually former Town players, as you know, got a bit of a fetish of ex-Blues. They've got James Wilson, who obviously had that one good season when he won Player of the Year. Grant Ward, obviously scored that hat-trick on his debut. Luke Thomas. And they've also got another player. I swear they have another player. Maybe they don't. I swear they did. Maybe think of Elkin Baggett last year because he's on loan there. But some former Town players coming back to Portman Road. But yeah, it did feel weird though going to this draw, Stu. I think we mentioned it on the main podcast that normally we look forward to this one to get a Premier League tie, but because we're playing Premier League teams, it's like, But it's great to see Tamworth get Spurs at home.
Yeah, that's what I think. Harrogate will be pleased with their trip to Leeds as well.
Yeah.
So it was nice that, as much as the Maidstone game was disappointing last season, it was nice to see there's still a bit of magic in the FA Cup with a result like that. I don't think anyone came away begrudging them that result, and obviously it worked out okay for Ipswich as well, having fewer games at the business end of the season. This year, I think, is a little bit different with wins at a premium for Town in the Premier League, that the FA Cup might be able to inject a bit of confidence into the season. It might give 1 or 2 extra games maybe to get some January signings up to speed. I think they've kept blank weekends for the FA Cup all the way through to the quarter-final stage. So we've been frustrated with all these international breaks in the first half of the season. It would be nice to keep the fixtures going this time around. So I hope they can win this one, and I hope they can go relatively deep into this competition, because there's no reason why Ipswich, where they're at now, can't go far in the FA Cup now. So happy with that. I think looking at some of the comments coming through, most people are.
Yeah, a lot of people are, and it's great to see. We've got over 1,600 people joining us, Stu, which is just mind-blowing. It's great to have you, all the KOA Army, listening and watching us, wherever you are, on your sofa somewhere. The draw is they're still doing their little bit of stuff. I don't think I've ever watched Strictly Take Two. Have you ever watched it, Stu? That was just...
Oh, we like a bit of Strictly in this house, yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's fair. I want to quickly just take a look at the other draws quickly. But yeah, obviously, Stu, we haven't been to Wembley, the new Wembley, for a long time. Obviously, we bottled it in the Pizza Trophy. This is the only chance we can get to Wembley, because obviously we got automatic promotion to the Premier League. But yeah, there's some good ties.
I've laughed when you've said that, but I mean, with semi-finals at Wembley, it's not impossible if the draw falls the right way. I don't know how many rounds that is to get to the semis.
So it's wild, to be fair. It's third,
fourth, fifth, quarters. It's four wins, is it? From
4 wins? Yeah.
You'd never know the way things fall for you. It's not impossible. Ipswich have made the semi-finals of the League Cup as a Championship team. We've seen Championship team reach the semis of the FA Cup before, so why not? I would say it's unlikely, but not impossible.
Yeah, not impossible. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what Kieran McKenna, his thoughts on that draw. I bet he probably go, it's fine, it's Bristol Rovers. But yeah, you can't underestimate any team. But Stu, yeah, thanks so much for joining me. I think that's it, really. I hope you've enjoyed this live reaction, longer than I thought it was going to be, over half an hour. But over 1,700 of you listening. Incredible, and watching. Don't know why I keep saying listening. I'm just thinking I'm on the podcast right now. But yeah, hopefully I'll bring you some more live podcasts to bring you, and hopefully, maybe get Stu involved a bit more as well. It's great to have you on, mate. Nice little surprise for me.
Sorry, mate. I've just looked up that result that you mentioned earlier. 2-0, they beat Bristol Rovers in August 23. Do you remember the goal scorers?
Oh, it says me now. I don't know if I was at that game or not. I can't remember being at that game.
One current player.
One current player.
One player who's no longer registered but still at the club.
Janoy?
Nope.
Still registered? Or not registered? I have no idea. Axel, no?
No. Shawnee Aluko.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Now on the first team coaching staff, and Jack Taylor got the first goal in that game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I was at that game. No. I think that was that was obviously Carabao Cup first round. I normally sort of bin it, although it is actually my fiance's birthday weekend or birthday week. So normally I'll go, I'll bin that off the Carabao Cup. But yeah, Bristol Rovers, my friends. Obviously that tie will be played over the weekend, 11th of January. I have a guess, Stu, that will be a 3 p.m. on a Saturday, do you reckon? I don't think that will be a TV game.
I don't think. I haven't studied all of the draw as it was coming through, but I don't think that's going to be troubling the broadcasters. I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed that Arsenal have got Man United. Like when that came out, I thought, here we go.
I mean, that will be guaranteed for TV. It shouldn't be, but they'll see the global audience for that one. I'm sure they'll be all over that. that's not the sort of tie that we want to see on the TV, but I'm sure that will get picked.
Nah, I'm quickly looking before we wrap up. So Southampton have got Swansea, Arsenal United, Exeter Oxford, Leyton Orient versus Derby, Reading versus Burnley, Aston Villa versus West Ham. So that's an all Premier League tie there. Norwich are hosting Brighton, Man City Salford. That will likely be a TV game, do you reckon?
Who was that? Salford going to
Man City.
Yeah, probably with the class of '92 connection there as well. Depends if City are still going through their current crisis as well. They'll be sniffing a potential upset, I'm sure.
Yeah. So Chelsea Morecambe, as I said, I think last season, I swear Morecambe went to Chelsea, so it's like not a new tie. But Liverpool, Accrington, Stanley. So Accrington go to Anfield. Nice little tie.
Who were they? There we go.
Yeah, Millwall versus Dagenham, non-league team versus going to a London. It's London derby. Dagenham in London, aren't they? No, London.
They are, yeah. East London, yeah.
East London. So that's potential. Any others? Tamworth, Tottenham,
Essex, obviously. Really, but
yeah. Tamworth hosting Tottenham. That is definitely guaranteed a TV game. That could be Friday night. That's probably Friday night potential. But then there's no other really that jumping out on the page. Crystal Palace, Stockport County, probably not. Leeds United, Harrogate, as you mentioned, a Yorkshire derby. They may look at that. But yeah, Ian Gant, thank you very much. Much better coverage than Holmes Under the Hammer twit. So, well, actually, I think you meant, sorry, typo. I won't repeat. I'd rather say twit than the other word. Poor Dion. Yeah, but Stu, thanks for joining me. And we just hit over 2,000 listeners and watchers. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed this live reaction on the FA Cup draw. If you're watching this not live, then I hope you've enjoyed as well. And we'll see you next time. Enjoy the Palace game if you're going. If not, follow coverage of us. And bye-bye for now. Time to end the stream.